the guy we didn't pay for. Woo! Awesome. It's good to see everybody out of the house. It's nice to be out of the house myself, you know. Wife's been on me a little bit. She's been a little freaky, you know. She's a bit of a worrier, if you will. Always worried about the future. She brought this up there. She's like, what's going to happen in the future? What's going to happen when my boobs sag and my butt sags? Are you still going to love me? I'm like, of course, baby. Of course I'm going to still love you. I love you for more than just your body. You're still going to have money, right? Daddy's got to be getting the lifestyle he's grown accustomed to. Well, she's a good lady. She really is. You know, we're pretty compatible, I would say. You know, both Irish, grew up in Irish families, raised by Irish mothers. Of course, her Irish mother's the kind that likes to feed you, you know. My Irish mother is the kind that likes to beat you with a wooden spoon, just so you get her point. Not violent, she just wants you to listen. I am Irish, my ethnicity. I tell people that, and you always get the same thing. You're like, oh, I bet you drink a lot because you're Irish. I bet you drink a lot because you're Irish. That's a horrible stereotype. It really is. It's ignorance. I don't drink a lot because I'm Irish. I drink a lot because I'm dead inside. Fills the void for broken hopes and dreams. I do. I drink too much. I don't have that thing in my head that tells you when you've had enough, you know. I don't have a drinking problem. I got a stopping problem. I just need that little thing that says, you know, you've had enough. If I tell my wife I'm going to go out for a beer with the guys, I'm basically saying you're going to find me tomorrow morning passed out in our front yard, pantsless in a pool of my own sick. Just to let you know. That's where I'll be. And, you know, here's the thing. Nothing ever good happens when I'm really drunk. You know, we all think it's going to be awesome, but nothing good happens. You never hear me say things like, when I'm really drunk, I don't say things like, hey, I just found $50, or, hey, I just slept with a hot chick. It doesn't happen. When I'm really drunk, you hear me say things like, hey, this is a deep abandoned well I've fallen into. Or, hey, I think I shattered my femur. You gotta grow up every once in a while. That's the thing. You gotta grow up, get more responsible in your life, you know. And life will teach you these lessons if you know if you're looking for them. I was driving the other day. I was coming up over an overpass. I look over the side of the road, and I see a cross with some flowers beside it. I'm like, man, you know, that really makes you think. Christians are horrible drivers. Because you never see a menorah beside the road. Because Jews are 10 and 2. They are very, very safe people, is what I'm getting at. I have a kind of a skewed view of religion because I grew up in a very religious family, which is kind of a strange upbringing. You know, we were just always in church, which, you know, and I grew up in a Methodist church, and we're kind of like the hippies of Christianity, like, hey, bread and grape juice for everybody, come on in. But my wife is Catholic. They don't let me have their crackers. I go to church with her, I gotta sit in the back heathen section. People were walking by going, oh, that host was delicious. Did you have it? Oh, you didn't have it, you're a heathen. Jerk. I mean, here's the thing. You know, when I was a kid, we had little old ladies that would come to our church before church, bake fresh baked bread for our communion. That was awesome. But I've been to those places with the little dry wafers. Trying to be all churchy, walking back to your pew, just... Excuse me, I just... This body of Christ is dry. Does anybody have any blood of Christ? Because I am parched up here. Oh. My mom hates when I do that joke. She's like, oh, you're going to hell. And I'm like, that's not the reason. It's probably the masturbation, let's be honest. It's probably taking me right there, because I masturbate a lot. Well, I don't want to say a lot, necessarily. Well, okay, quick poll. Anybody else in here get turned on when they see one of those grade school hand turkeys on the fridge around Thanksgiving? Nobody else? Then I masturbate too much. Okay, we've solved that mystery together. That's nice.